My name is Kelly Franklin, and I live in Laurel Park under a very, very, very large banyan tree. When I bought my house 8 years ago, the tree wasn't doing well. I consulted with Selby's head botanist about our Cuban laurel. As it turns out, Selby's banyans were facing the same threat, which stemmed from some sort of invasive type of wasp. We've treated the issue, and now the 100-year-old tree is thriving, which is a mixed blessing. Because as much as it cools our backyard and it provides carbon sequestration, it offers a habitat for birds and squirrels and insects and probably a few other forms of life I'd rather not contemplate. That tree is messy. It drops leaves for half the year, and now that it's healthy again, it rains berries on our heads every couple of months. And when I say rains, I mean rains. It drops up to 2 berries across our yard and sidewalk each day. It's hard to manage. Snow shovels are involved. Until last year, I even had to use an ice scraper to get the berries off my windshield each morning. Given the beautiful but untidy tree, a garage seemed like a good idea to us. So we got an architect to design a structure that could squeeze under the banyan's outstretched branches. We hired a contractor, and we took the plans to City Hall, where we discovered that because ours is a corner lot, we technically have 2 front yards. The minimum front yard setback in Laurel Park for an enclosed standalone structure is 5 feet from the sidewalk. Our architectural rendering specified a 3-foot setback, which was the greatest possible without harming the roots of the tree. Staying within the zoning guidelines would require us to risk damaging an irreplaceable living ecosystem, which is something that I think most people who love gardens and nature aren't willing to do. So we wrote off our expensive architectural plans and we settled on a carport. It's a different solution to the parking problem than I would have had in my ideal world, but I don't live in my ideal world. I live in a society with other people under a common set of rules which let us coexist in a peaceful and orderly way. I offer this story because I think the parallels to the Selby conundrum regarding parking are clear, as are themes about being flexible about potential solutions. What's different between my situation and Selby's is that I understood myself as a tax-paying citizen to be subject to our carefully considered land use map and comprehensive plan. While I may have wanted things to be different, I totally understood when city staff pointed out that code prevented me from doing what I pictured doing. That didn't happen in Selby's case. Instead, it seems there are 2 sets of standards at work. One for tax-paying voters, and another for favored cultural organizations and wealthy entrepreneurs. I'm trying to make the case that a 75-foot parking structure and commercial restaurant, which destroys the buffer between high-density high-rises and low-density single-family homes, is somehow in the public good. One of the city staff members accidentally said the quiet part out loud. The gist of his statement to the planning board was, when worthy organizations come in with an idea, we like to help them. I believe that this misguided subservience to the powerful is one of the reasons you've seen such outspoken public pushback to organizations who craft sky's the limits plans unfettered by the city's comprehensive land use plan. Moreover, it should not be up to city staff to determine who is worthy, or to advise those with the biggest purse strings how to skirt or rewrite our common rules in order to accommodate their unfettered visions. We as a society can't operate under 2 sets of laws, one for those with clout and one for the rest of us. I would ask that you affirm the principle that we are all equal under the law by denying this spot rezoning. Selby's over-commercialization initiative is not in the public's interest, and it violates the need for certainty, which residential neighborhoods deserve at least as much as big developers do. Selby is not in financial jeopardy. They do not need to realize this vision in order to survive and thrive. That said, I support improvements to Selby Gardens within their existing zoning. Based on the testimony you've heard, Selby has commissioned other master plans over the years. Surely those plans address the parking issue, but presumably without violating the existing zoning or requiring clear cutting over 100 mature trees. So I say yes, dream, but dream within the laws like the rest of us do. Thank you.